Yeah, let's get these awards started. I can feel the magic in the air.
And here we are, the 4th Annual Turkey Awards from the prestigious Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Prestigious.
I'm
Come
ready
on.
to go to a real place after this and get a real drink.
Oh my God, you're just kicked out of here.
I'm
Good.
just being honest.
Okay.
We have to lie in here?
You know what the best part of this place is? You know how I usually have to bring the turkeys in? It's always a pain to clean them up around here. Mm-hmm. And as the curtain's about to drop here, you know what the best place is? This place is full of turkeys. Yeah, look, there they are.
Oh, look at them! There they are! Hi, guys! We're giving awards in honor of you. They're going
They
crazy.
sound excited.
They're ready to hear the awards.
Okay.
I don't know who's getting one of them.
I guess we should just get this party started then.
We should.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Settle down.
Okay.
Down in front. All right.
Okay.
Wow. We've never had this kind of standing ovation before.
A standing turkey ovation.
Just
Great.
just wings and feathers flying everywhere.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right,
pull it.
so number 10. At number 10. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Whoa, that was number 10 is KC and Philly.
Because of the
Ooh.
Super Bowl?
No, but ironically, those are two Super Bowl teams. No, KC for their freeways and Philly for their no public restrooms.
Yeah, well, and I can kind of see how this happened. I mean, because I don't think Patrick Mahomes was that mobile of a quarterback until he went to Kansas City and he was trying to drive around. That makes sense because he gets out of the pocket. He goes to the left, he goes to the right, doesn't look which direction he wants to go, but he eventually winds up where he wants to be somehow.
That's how he's got such good training. That's how they probably train him. They put him on those freeways. They're like, oh, hey, you got to go here real quick. Oh, and your exit's right there. You got to go. You got to do it. Oh, wait, no, get back over here. Hell yeah, that's how he did it.
Yeah, and then Philadelphia, I would assume the reason that they shut down the restrooms is because the homeless.
Yeah, I mean, every city in America has a homelessness issue.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to have a whole lot more of them though when there's a city and it's condensed and everything. Especially those old cities. They're all built. They're not huge land areas. They're kind of built up.
Well, yeah, and with the homeless problem, and I think you and I were discussing this the other night, where it seems like maybe California has a more problem with it. But if you are homeless, where would you rather be? Los Angeles or Anchorage, Alaska?
I would say I would pick probably where it's warmer.
Yeah.
And, that makes sense that California probably does have one of the worst homelessness situations because they're the state with the best weather.
Yeah.
They're the state with the best weather.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
if
the same all year long.
Outside, you're not going to want to live in a place with shitty weather where it's freezing. You'll die.
And every town has a homeless problem. I mean, it's here. Every single city you're going to find.
I'm sure there's probably still homeless people in Alaska.
That wouldn't be where I want to be, though.
I wouldn't either. But I'm saying I don't think there's any place that is not affected by homelessness. Even here in Kingman, I've seen tents
Yeah.
in parks. I've seen them set up.
So, congratulations to the Super Bowl teams, Philadelphia and Kansas City, playing Monday Night Football this week too.
Against each other,
Against
right?
each other, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
So
preview of the
that's-
Super Bowl.
that'd probably be, yes, the Super Bowl, if that's not the exact Super Bowl
Yeah. So,
this year.
so congratulations, Philly
Mini
and Kansas
Super
City.
Bowl.
You've won something again.
We, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not just your teams winning awards.
So let's see what's next here on it. Why grab the next envelope?
Gotta go to number 9.
I'm gonna take a sip of this fine wine. No, I'm sorry, champagne that President Trump gave us.
Oh, yeah, it's got the bubblies in it.
Andre, nothing but the best for us.
Andre, yeah, that's you would think that he could like spring for some Cristal or Dom. Like, why are we not getting the good shit?
Maybe because he's listened
Andre's
to the
what I
podcast.
use for my mimosas. Put a little orange juice in there and it gets rid of that really cheap champagne taste.
All right, so at number 9, we'll get back into it. All right, the excitement is
The
building.
turkeys are going crazy. I hear the turkeys
Okay.
there.
Number 9, we were just talking about the Super Bowl. Turkeys not into the Super Bowl. The NFL. Why the NFL this year? Exactly, that's what the turkey is asking. The
How
NFL,
could you?
because isn't it weird how all the games this year, or in the last few years, it seems to always come down to like the last minute,
Right.
you know?
Or there's also been a lot of upsets this year where like really good teams are getting their asses kicked by really horrible teams. How in the fuck does that happen?
Well, do you think it's like, this is a pure conspiracy theory?
Right, we're going conspiracy. This is 100% just our opinion. There are no facts here.
But over the last couple of years, the NFL has aligned themselves with these betting companies, like the MGM one, BetMGM, one that Jamie Foxx does all the commercials
Yeah,
for.
where you can bet from any state now. You don't have to go to Vegas.
Do you think that has to do with it? Because there was a Cardinals game earlier in the year where the Cardinals were down. They had no chance to win, but they went down and they scored a field goal just so that it would get into the over-under on it. You know, so Vegas didn't lose money on that one.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say though, because you know the teams probably are still going to try to score. I mean, they don't want to look like total fucking losers, right? Isn't that the...
Yeah.
Like like there was a couple of games we've had so far where one team got like absolutely fucking 0. It's like that's got to be a real fucking. It's like, bitch, you guys call yourselves professionals and you couldn't even get a field goal.
No shit.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go back to college.
Well, then you had that one, like in the game. I remember because we're doing the pools and you're still kicking my ass this year.
First place.
But I tipped you off that Joe Burrow was hurt.
I didn't pick that. I didn't have him picked anyway.
Well, no, I picked the
13.
Ravens anyways,
Yeah.
but I was just giving you the heads up. But Joe
Yeah.
Burrow was not on the injury report, which is against NFL rules. But I somehow knew that Joe Burrow was injured.
Uh-huh.
And then he got tackled, he got sacked, and he sprained his wrist even worse, and now he's out for the
Right.
year.
Yeah, didn't you say he like fell on his hand?
Yeah,
or
and
something?
he tore the ligaments in his thumb.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, the Bengals have been pissing me off because, like, they've been the team that's probably annoyed me the most this year because the times that I picked them, they got their asses creamed. Times I didn't pick them, they go ahead and fucking win.
yeah. Oh. Damn. Who knows?
You can't win with the Bengals. That's what that's taught
Oh,
me.
yeah, and the Super Bowl is in Vegas this year.
Well, the Raiders aren't going to be in it.
No,
I mean,
the
so there's
Raiders
not
won't.
going to be any home court advantage.
No, and my Patriots will not be in it either. All right, let's get to number 8. You got number 8 there?
Oh, yeah. I'm slacking on the job over here. I was busy enjoying my entree. Oh. All right, number 8. Oh. Here's a good one. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, Travis Tritt Tour.
Wow,
that,
they're
you small town.
excited about that.
They're excited.
And I do want to say this. The turkeys are excited because I predicted this one. I predicted this back in when that whole fucking try this shit in a small town came out. Did I not predict that Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and Travis Tritt would go on tour?
You got all 3 artists right, too?
Yes.
I specifically remembered you saying Kid Rock and Jason Aldean, but fuck, no one's heard of Travis Tritt in like years, so...
Yeah.
I can't believe you pulled a Travis Tritt out of nowhere. Because you know what? Come to think of it, if I would have been guessing on 3 country stars to do a tour that are like that, I would have guessed Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and what's that guy, the guy that has the bars. I think he sings that honky tonk, badonky donk or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That lame-o.
Yeah.
I would have guessed him instead of Travis Tritt. So good job,
Hey,
MJ, for
pulling
getting
this.
the Travis
Yeah.
Tritt.
And actually, this must show...
Travis Tritt's like your lucky rabbit foot.
That must show that this podcast does reach more people than what I thought. Someone went, hey, that's a good
Kid Rock
idea.
was listening, probably because we did that one. bit
Yeah,
on him.
we were harsh on
He
him.
probably was listening, and he's like, you know what? I'll show those fucking reality jerk-offs. I will make a tour out of this.
Yeah, so turkeys are very excited. They'll be touring small towns next year.
Do you think that they're going to offer Bud Light to drink on that tour? Do you think they will do that or not?
If Bud Light was smart, they would sponsor that tour.
Will they? Will the patrons be allowed to buy and drink Bud Light?
What's another beer that Anheuser-Busch has out?
Budweiser?
No, you can't be that easy.
What, really?
You can't
In
be
this
that
day and
easy.
age, we can't trick people with that one?
No, we have to go with something else.
Oh, what are they? There was another one under it. I can't think of it offhand, though.
Anyway, that beer company should sponsor the tour.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right.
Oh, there's Bush. I think like
Busch.
and Bush Light.
Bush,
That's all under
Bush
Anheuser.
should sponsor that tour.
Right.
All right. Obviously, the listening, get on that. Because so now we're down to number 7. All right, 7. See if I predicted this one. 7. And hey,
Lucky number 7.
in honor of we're in Mar-a-Lago, many of them are here. Trump's legal team.
The Trump lawyers.
The Trump lawyers. Now, just hear me out before it gets hostile in this room. You guys, the best defense is sometimes not to say anything, and you
They
just
literally
shut
use
up.
that one a lot. Like I've seen like TV shows where they're doing that a lot, pleading the fifth.
Well,
You know, Trump's lawyers make me think that, Snow, if you put your mind to it, if these jagoffs can become lawyers, you probably could become one. You know what I mean? That's the kind of lawyers he has.
I wonder where they went to school.
How have they not got disbarred yet?
I don't know. I mean, they're just not. I don't know.
Some of life's great mysteries.
I always thought that you don't talk back to the judge.
Right. Well, and that one gal, the one that was like, I can't remember her name, but she's like, I don't accept that in my personal life, and neither should you, and I'm not going to accept it here. when she was talking how the judge was like yelling at her and telling her what to do. I'm like, how are you a lawyer and you don't know that that's their job? Like, that's literally what judges do.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, sir. This is just advice, okay? Sometimes you just keep your mouth shut.
He can't. It's like a knee-jerk reaction.
Well, he's doing pretty good now because he's just kind of glaring at us.
That's because I see also a Big Mac. Isn't that a Big Mac in his hand? And there's a bottle of ketchup in the other. Like, so he's. It always comes down to food. We give him food. It's Thanksgiving, but yes, he's said that only Big Macs will be served today.
Yeah.
At least for him.
And it will be a really interesting 12 months on the legal side of what happens to Donald Trump.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Everybody get your popcorn.
Yeah. All right, so we're up to number 6.
All right, number 6. Okay. DeSantis' shoes and Vivek Ramaswamy.
Wait. DeSantis'
I said that all wrong.
So DeSantis' shoes?
Yeah, his high heels.
Not Ron DeSantis, but his shoes.
His high heels are like a real issue.
Hey, we're winning Trump back. He's kind of laughing at that one.
I just saw a little bit of fucking Big Mac fall out of his mouth. He spit his Big Mac out. He was laughing so hard.
The turkeys are enjoying that one too.
He's got those cowgirl boots on, right?
Yeah, to make himself look taller. Now, you think that someone who's so anti-drag shows...
Why is he wearing high heels?
Yeah, you would think.
I don't know. I don't get it. He proudly wears those high heels.
And this is probably his, final moment of glory because obviously...
he keeps sliding in the polls. Did you hear he went down another notch?
Trump's really enjoying us now. Yeah, and
then the wannabe Trump himself,
Victor Ramaswamy.
Do you think he's
is it Vivek Ramaswamy?
Vivek Ramaswamy, but I call him Ramaswamy. But somebody said it and it just stuck. I'm like, that has a better ring to it, actually. Sir, could you change your name to Ramaswamy?
Did you see in the last debate that probably nobody was really watching?
I did not watch. I was one of those people that were not watching.
Where he went after Nikki Haley's daughter because she's on TikTok.
Leave my daughter out of this.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Right, she almost got it right. Leave my daughter's name out of your voice.
I know.
You were so close.
We almost had another Will Smith moment.
It's actually mouth, but yes, you were so close on nailing that line.
And I think she's right. Just leave the kids out of it and stuff like that. And he's just bought into, I'm sorry, Mr. President, that just being nasty is your way to go on it. And you don't really have to know anything about politics. You just have to get out there, insult people, have a big mouth and shit like that. Talk out your ass.
Right.
Sorry. But that's where this political party could be, where you have sane people like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to whisper this, Adam Kissinger, who seems...
Excuse me, can you guys shove another Big Mac in there? He looks like he's getting ready to say something. Shove another Big Mac in there. Okay, I think you're good now.
Okay,
what were you saying?
Yeah, Adam Kissinger, he was on Bill Maher the other night, and he sounded sane.
I know, I liked him better than I liked Bill Maher, to be honest. I was like, holy cow. I never thought I'd be this big of a fan of a Republican, but, he sounded like a normal person. Like, what they're supposed to be normal. We're supposed to have disagreements, but you're still supposed to be a normal, sane person who believes in the values of America, like the fact that we are in a democracy. We are a democracy.
Yeah, and
We are a democratic republic. That's where our names, Republican and Democrat, come from.
okay, I think we're losing our crowd here, so we better get to number 5.
Number 5.
All right.
Oh, that's difficult to open.
Yeah, this is like the Oscars.
What could it possibly be? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It is very
suspenseful. Facebook hackers.
No wonder it was so tricky to get in there.
They did not want me to bring this up.
Right, and it's easier to hack on Facebook than it is for you to have gotten in that envelope.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the story, okay? And Mark Zuckerberg, hope you're listening. So last week, my Facebook account got hacked, and they went in and they changed my email and my phone number. Mm-hmm. Now, they didn't do anything to my account. I didn't really see anything posted on my account, but they changed my email and my phone number so I can't access it. So I go in and I do the thing, how do you report your account being hacked? And then I go through the steps, like someone else got into my account. I don't have access to the email or password. Click next. No, click to the secure identity page. I click that, and it says, enter the email or phone number associated with this account. I said they had changed it.
MJ, I just thought of something that I didn't think of before about this whole scenario. Okay, I believe it was an outside entity that hacked you, not being either Russia or China, a different country that hacked you. Do you suppose that maybe they confused you with the new Speaker of the House?
Oh,
and they tried to fucking hack your account and take it over so they could voice whatever they wanted to voice? I wonder.
So you're saying some anti-Christian group tried to hack into my Facebook account?
Maybe they're trying to take it over to fucking, I don't know, to start shit with that.
I look nothing like that guy, though. I hope.
I know. Well, I don't think you do either, but maybe they don't even know what he fucking looks like. You know how people don't know what...
Well, true.
Like, they hear names on the news, but, like, people in Congress don't really look all glamorous, so they're not out there showing, like, exactly what they look like all the time.
Well, George Santos is. He spent all that money on Botox.
Right. Well, he's the most glamorous one we've ever had in Congress. He's using the people's money to look great.
Yeah, so... Again, just lost my Facebook page, and then I had to start another Facebook page. And of course, everybody's asking, "Is this really you?" Because they think that somebody hacked my account, which they did. But no, this is my backup account now. Until I can try to figure this out, eight messages to the Facebook team has resulted in nothing. There's no contact number. There's no contact email. There's no contact chat to get a hold of anybody.
But somehow they manage to kick people off like that if they say, like, something that somebody else doesn't like. Like, you can literally report somebody.
Yeah, like...
And they can get thrown in Facebook jail.
Like, you cannot even say, even jokingly to one of your friends, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, wow, it's gotten like that?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even make a joke using the reference white trash. I got yelled at for that. They're like, you cannot use hate speech like that. I'm like, white trash? How is that hate speech?
So.
Like, and it was a joke. It was like in joke form. I think I even put a laughy face on there. Because I was making a joke.
Well, you can use vanilla garbage, though.
There's a whole thing on it. Like, because I Google searched that once, and I'm like, really? You get in trouble for using white trash on Facebook? There's a whole forum of it. This one guy in there was saying, I've been one of those people, I always proudly have called myself white trash, yada, 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 and fuck Facebook, they won't let me call myself white trash on there, fuck them, going off. Yeah, crazy.
I've kind of gotten to the fuck Facebook portion of it.
Oh, I said fuck Facebook a long time ago.
And then,
How long have I been off Facebook? At least like 2 years.
At least 2 years. And then I did this thing where, I'm going to start again, but I'm not going to add the far right people on it, and because I don't want my news feed filled with far right articles. Right. And I'm still getting far right articles. I don't get it.
It's probably your location. Yeah. We live in Gosar country.
Okay. Well, let's just get to number 4.
Number 4. Oh. Okay. Number 4 is Bill Maher and Ted Cruz.
Okay.
It's a twofer.
Bill Maher. Okay.
I can't believe we'd ever give Bill Maher a Turkey Award.
No, we thought he was on our side. And apparently the turkeys are fans of his.
Even not to do like a sidesism thing on it. Like, I just never thought that one day he would go from 67 to 92 or whatever. How old is he now? I'm guessing at his age. But I never thought that he would wake up one morning, like the night before he went to bed, he was 67. The morning he wakes up and he's 90 fucking 2 years old. I never thought I would see this happen. Not my Bill Maher. Not my Bill Maher. I never thought it would happen to him.
Yeah.
I always thought he was young at heart. I always thought he was like kind of Betty White-like. You know what I mean? Forever young.
Well, yeah. I think my theory on it is there's 2 things. The pandemic drove him a little bit nuts.
It did that to a few people.
Number 1. Number 2, as far as him not being funny, I think that goes back to the writer's strike. Remember how he announced that he was going to come back? He said, well, it's time to get back to work. And he was going to come back without the writers. Mm-hmm. But then he changed his mind.
Right.
And then he said, I'm going to wait. And about 2 weeks later, the writer's strike was over. He came back. I wonder if his writers bailed on him.
Right, they're like, you anti-union
piece
of shit.
Yeah, you two-faced.
You're a rat.
Shit. And the other thing I don't like is and that's why Ted Cruz was on there. And I'll say Ted Cruz, I didn't find him, I didn't despise him during that interview. There were parts where I was like, oh, he's kind of funny here and there. But Bill didn't push back on him.
None of it. It's like he doesn't even have. It's like something happened to his good interviewing skills. You know, like with regards to, it's almost as if he's like, I've picked on these guys long enough. For years and years of my life, I have picked on the other side. I need to go a little easy on him because I think that I'm going to single-handedly be the one that might bring this country back together. Maybe he has huge hopes and dreams. And you know what? If that is his agenda to try to bring us all back together, fuck, dude, I hope you win. I hope you win, and I hope you're right. I hope so. I don't have very high hopes of it. You know, I don't really know that it'll be possible, but God bless you for... the effort.
And even on, Mr. Trump over here, and sorry, Mr. Trump, but just give an opinion here, is...
He's happy with his Big Mac. He's got, it looks like they brought him a tray of 5 more.
But what Trump said on Veterans Day about how, his political opposition are vermin, and we're the worst enemy of the, we're the biggest threat around, which sounds really Hitler-like, which it is really Hitler-like.
It is.
But
words that have come out of Hitler's mouth before, yes.
But Bill Maher was just like, he doesn't really mean that.
He doesn't mean it. He's too stupid. He's too stupid. That's not going to happen. When he's the one who's always up on his soapbox saying, remember when I said this? Remember when I said this 5 years ago? He always loves to do that shit. I'm like, ooh, this is going to be one of those times. I wonder if this does happen, if you'll be out there saying, remember when I said that this would never happen because he's too stupid? He's not, because he's not
When-
going to admit that.
When Bill goes and gets locked up.
Right. He's not. Yeah, because the thing is like, Bill Maher, even if he did become more right, Trump is never going to let down. Trump tried to sue him over the whole orangutan thing. You're going to be one of the first ones locked up, dummy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, enjoy your award, Bill.
I will see you on Rikers Island.
Yeah. All right, let's get to number 3. Funny how this one is easier open than the last. Okay, so this one, Congress, which has been, you hear that sound right there? This kind of sounds like the way Congress sounded this week.
Like turkeys?
Yeah.
How did they not get the #1 award? We must have something really serious for #1.
All right, so Congress, looking like a bunch of school children. And there's a reason why, when Congress isn't in session, why they call it recess. And we found out this week.
Yes. Another mystery solved.
Yeah, because we had Senator Mark Wayne from Oklahoma.
We need to Mark Wayne, all one word.
Mark Wayne. Yeah, Mark Wayne.
It reminds me of, remember that movie Ted, where he's like trying to talk about his new girlfriend? He's like, no, it's even more white trash. He's like, one of those names you used before, but you have to add Lynn to it. Tammy Lynn. Like he's going through Chrissy Lynn. Mark Wayne.
Mark Wayne Mullen.
He's the male version of that.
So they were having a Senate hearing, and one of your favorite people, the president of the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien, was there getting questioned, and Mark Wayne wasn't really asking him questions, but although he was saying, hey, do you remember when you posted this about me on social media? Now, first off, I thought Republicans were the ones that were okay about posting shit on social media.
And not getting canceled and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So he calls him out for it and threatens O'Brien to a fight in the Senate.
Stands up, takes his ring off. First off, I thought if you were going to be into a fight, you would like want your rings on. Like, doesn't that hurt worse?
Yeah.
For the other person, you're going to give them better bruises. Like the fact that he ripped his wedding ring off.
And stood up, and then Bernie.
Bernie's hand.
Sit down.
It was just his hand.
You do Bernie better than I am.
His face, but you saw this little like hand puppet.
Yeah.
You're a United States Senator. What are you doing? Sit down.
It's great. And all I could think the whole time is, holy shit, Saturday Night Live is going to be brilliant tonight.
It's going to kill.
Al, as we record this, I predicted the...
This is what we want to have happen on SNL.
I predicted the Kid Rock, Jason Aldean tour. Okay, so tonight on Saturday Night Live, if I was writing it, I would bring back Larry Sanders as Bernie.
Right.
Okay.
Of course. Who else could you have?
I would have Peter Dinklage as Senator Mullen.
Well, because I told you, I go, since the whole fight started about a little man syndrome, like he didn't bother saying that part of the post when that was the part of the post that obviously bothered him the most, the part of the tweet. That's why he started this whole fight thing.
Which you
say that. So,
but there's a reasoning behind why he said that.
Right, because President Sean O'Brien of the Teamsters made a post. Someone had taken a picture of O'Brien, and he apparently had insisted that he stand on a step stool next to one of his colleagues because he didn't want to appear short. So President O'Brien had made a post that had said, I'm calling him president because he's my president. So, president of my union. So he's made the post saying, he had circled the step stool and Mark Wayne standing on it and did the hashtag little man syndrome. So that's why I was like, they need to hire a little person actor. And I didn't even think of Dinklage. And then you're like, they could have Peter Dinklage. So yeah, they should have Peter Dinklage, and they should have him like jump up onto the table and like rip his clothes off with a wrestling uniform on underneath.
Yeah, and they should present it like you know how Saturday Night Live is really good about having like the logos, like it's a real like CNN. They'll have CNN
Oh
down the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah,
They
yeah.
should have it C-SPAN, but they should have Joe Rogan as the moderator.
Oh yeah, or somebody playing Joe Rogan.
Yeah, somebody playing Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
And I don't know who they should have playing. They should probably just pick somebody in the cast to play Sean O'Brien. I can't think of who should play him.
yeah, I don't know who they have as like a tough guy type
A
character.
bald-looking guy.
Colin Quinn. Bring Colin Quinn back.
There you go. That would be good. Just, but Colin Quinn, does he only do the news part? Has he ever done any of the skit
Yeah,
parts?
no, he's done skits before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
so-
he could do it then.
So there you go. And so not only did we have that, we had another hearing where James Comer and Representative Moskowitz, I hope I'm saying that right.
Moskowitz, yeah.
Moskowitz.
Like that
Yeah.
was the Smurf one, right?
Yeah, so Moskowitz was wearing a blue suit with a blue tie, and James Comer called him a Smurf.
You
And-
look like a Smurf.
And
Because
then
you're wearing blue.
and Moskowitz replies, "Well, if I'm a Smurf, then you're a Gargamel." This is Congress. Come on. Like, these are the people that are supposed to be leading by example. And you wonder why there's a problem with people not getting along, people getting bullied, when they see this from our leaders.
Where is MTV's Celebrity Deathmatch when we need them? They need to bring back the clay things to at least get this violence and anger geared in the right place. Take it out in the ring on that, and then they could watch themselves. Maybe then they would see how ridiculous they look, because didn't they used to have the clay figures say things that those people actually said in real life?
Yeah.
Like when they're sitting there arguing with one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, UFC style, you could have the women's division too, where you have Marjorie Taylor Greene against Lauren Boebert.
Trailer against Boebert.
Yeah.
Right?
Which you think those two would get along.
Of course, Boebert would probably go around giving handy J's to all the judges beforehand so she could win, so we couldn't have that.
Yeah, and look, we could cast an entire Saturday Night Live because we could have Tina Fey and Amy Poehler play
Those two.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, and then we had another fight, too. We had that one. Is the guy's name like Burchett? Like, every time Seth Meyers was saying it almost sounded like bird shit. He was saying it, but the guy that got elbowed by Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kevin McCarthy elbows the guy in the back.
That's actually like physical violence. Like, most of this was threats of it, but it's like then you have actual physical.
Yeah, McCarthy denied it, saying like if I had really done it, he wouldn't be standing.
From getting elbowed.
Yeah.
Like you're powerful enough, sir, to take somebody down just by an elbow move.
Yeah, I mean, just fucking, it's just ridiculous.
Look out, John Cena. Look out for Kevin McCarthy.
I mean, the way these turkeys are, when I'm watching C-SPAN, that's literally what it sounds like to me.
Right?
Just, I don't know. I just think we could do better than just voting in all these, if our Facebook would
could
consider
start a
white
new
trash.
Conspiracy. Congress is now working with SNL to make even better skits. That's the new
Maybe.
conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, they're not getting anything else accomplished.
No, absolutely nothing.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to number 2.
Number 2. Is dun, da, 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 the media.
And the media,
Always turkeys.
and this isn't directed to one point of the media, one side or the other. Let's go back to the shooting in Lewiston, Maine. when I was watching the live coverage that night, they had said like it was something like 60 dead
Oh,
on
I
it.
know. And like however many injured, and we're like, oh my god, now
Does
there's
it?
a mass shooting that beat the Vegas mass shooting? Holy shit, what's this world coming to?
When that turns out it's not the case, they're just rushing to put the story out there without the facts being there. And that didn't used to be. Why can't you say we have unconfirmed reports of multiple people dead?
Pretty soon they're going to be up to like 5,000 people killed in a mass shooting.
Right. But what it does is they are doing their job because it does keep you watching because you're just like, holy shit.
Right.
So you're not tuning away. We're going to have the police chief in Lewiston on very shortly. And you sit there and wait.
They're waiting for him to talk.
Yeah. And the other thing that brings the media into this is the conflict in Israel and Palestine. And what I don't understand is after the Hamas attack, the next day you saw all the videos of what Hamas had done. And horrific. But how come it's okay to blur out? You know what you're looking at, even though it's blurred over. You do know what you're looking at. It's okay to show that, and then if you go online, you can see the unedited version of it. You can really see what's in that image, and it's okay to put that out there. But when there was a mass shooting in Sandy Hook, they're not going to show that. It's kind of hypocritical because it's almost saying like, well, the people over in Israel and Palestine are beneath us. They're not Americans. So we can't show you that because in the United States, you cannot handle seeing this.
Did you know that the Washington Post actually released photos of a mass shooting, not any of the victims, but just the blood all over? So it was like basically the first step, there was no human carnage, none of those kind of pictures yet, but the Washington Post just released one about mass shootings in America, and it showed pictures of just all the blood.
And
so maybe a step closer to.
Don't get me wrong, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see these Israeli.
It's kind of like the whole scared straight maybe terminology. It's like people need to see what that does. Yeah, we probably shouldn't be advocating for shooting that into human bodies. Like we don't really. That should maybe be reserved for war. I don't know. I don't know. I guess this is one of the things where I shouldn't really have an opinion because I don't.
But what was that documentary on the Vegas shooting and they showed the hospital hallway?
Oh, I know.
And I was just like...
blood everywhere in there.
Yeah.
Like all over. They couldn't even contain it because you have hundreds of people coming in for injuries and they're bleeding everywhere.
And it's just horrific. I don't know. But the whole thing about the media also is you have one side media and you have the other side media. And they just post shit. If you watch it both, it seems like you're watching two different news programs, two different stories, two different worlds. And it seems to keep us fighting. Meanwhile, you have the same corporations sponsoring both of those media companies.
Because they just want to make money. I mean, every time I think of something stuff that I don't agree with or wrongdoing or, why is this like this? It's like now my brain goes automatically to what's the money aspect involved in this? It's got to be, there's money to be made somehow because that's what our country is. Our country, I've said this for years. I've said this for probably over 10 years now. We don't live in a country. We live in a business. We're a business. We're not really a country. We function like a business. Our healthcare is insane. We're the only fucking, country of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not industrialized, like modernized country. What's the fucking word they always use? I can't. I'm having a total brain fart, but we're the only, like,
I think you got it.
we're the only one of those countries that doesn't have universal health care. I mean, to sit there and say that we actually give a fuck about our citizens, and
Right.
then this has got to play into why people don't give a fuck about themselves and don't think they deserve it. Like people who are against, because we do have a lot of people who are against universal health care for whatever reasons, by like being brainwashed or whatever. They actually believe all the shit that the propaganda that is put out there.
Yeah. And of course, look who's sponsoring that program,
Right.
that puts out that message. I don't know. I just think we could do better. And so now I guess it's time to get to number one. Number one on our list this year. All right. So number one.
Turkeys are nuts. They want to know who number one is.
Who is number one this year? And survey says it's religion.
As it should be. I think they should probably win number one every year.
Yeah.
No offense. Believe what you want to believe. No offense. All right. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying the fact that you don't fucking leave other people alone with their beliefs. It's like, believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
Keep it to your fucking self.
Whatever gets you through the day, whatever
Right.
you want to worship, whoever
Don't
whoever you
fucking
want to
start
pray
wars
to.
over it.
Yeah.
Don't start wars over
Which-
it. It's like the fucking dumbest.
Which is every single war at
Ever.
the core is based upon religion.
Ever. It's got to be. Like, maybe some of the oldest wars might have been over territory. I don't know, and didn't have religion involved. I don't know that because I don't know all the wars going back to.
Well, I think Ukraine
existence of
Ukraine
humans.
is more over territory
Yeah, that's
than
a territory war. Yeah, because I don't think they really have a religious aspect to their war.
So I guess we can't say all wars, but 90% of wars are over religion. The Israeli-Palestine thing, it's religion at the
Right.
basis of what's going on there, and it's horrific. And you would think, no matter what your God is, God's teaching is, and I believe in every religion, is to be good to one another.
Mhm.
But
So, like,
then why are we at war?
I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, so the war within the United States, the Civil War, that one, you can't really say that was over territory or religion, really, could you? That was over some people wanting to still be able to own people and other people saying, no, you need to set them free. Or you're going to get taxed to shit, right? Like, that's always the thing. Like, if you don't release your slaves.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I suppose you're right. But then again, we correct ourselves. We said 90% of
Right.
wars.
I know. That's like probably the most confusing war then. That you don't know, like, that was over something even more disgusting than,
But then-
I mean, like, oh my God.
And how is, and then we'll get heat for this one, how is extreme Christianity any different than the extremists on the Islamics? How is it different? Because you believe that your God is the only God that should be there. And only your God is the God that is right. Right? I mean, that fundamentally, isn't that what they believe?
Yeah. That's like the core of all war. Okay, because like, I'm sitting here still baffled over, I don't know why I even brought up the Civil War, but I guess the Civil War was over freedom. Some people believing that their freedom should be to fucking own other people But then that doesn't allow for those people to be free because you want to fucking own them.
Freedom for
So
you.
yeah, freedom for only certain people. And then it's the same. And the religious wars, religious freedom for fucking only certain people.
Yeah,
Apparently.
only my God is
Right.
the right one.
I will fight you over my God.
And
It's a cult. Isn't that a cult then? It's a cult.
It is. It is just ridiculous. And I don't know. I just get sick of all the fucking bullshit. And like I say, worship who you want to worship. I don't care. But I do recognize that there's more than one religion, not just yours. And we're not a Christian nation. We're actually the polar opposite. We are a melting pot of believing in whatever you want to believe in and your freedom to do so.
The freedom of religion. And freedom of religion also means freedom from religion.
And the
so you can say no to all of it too.
And the separation of church and state.
Right.
Because what you believe in doesn't necessarily make it right for you to make laws to go against what I believe in.
We don't ever want one specific religion to become the law of the land, and then everyone who doesn't believe in that would also have to believe in that shit too. How is this hard?
Yeah, and then, and if you do, if that's what you want, doesn't that sound a lot like the Taliban?
Yes. There are so many similarities between the extreme fucking Christians and the extreme fucking Taliban.
Yeah. So.
Gee, I can think of one right off the top of my head right now that's going on. The control of women. How many Christians sit there and bitch their faces off about how it's such a shame that they don't let women do anything in those countries and they can only wear something where only their eyes are exposed. Yet here, you have the audacity to say that when literally state after state after state are not even allowing women to control their own bodies. It blows my fucking mind how you don't see the similarities.
Yeah. And it's something that's we're not going to solve. It's never going to get solved.
Right.
You know, it's.
But we can still have our opinions on it, damn it.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's our opinions. Okay. And
I
that's
hope the turkeys get scared.
I think that these turkeys have free will around here.
Run, turkeys, run! Don't get put on the chopping
Does
block.
President Trump look like he eats turkey?
He's literally, I think he's got 2 Big Macs left on his tray, but he's like deep in bit. I see some of the secret sauce like all over his cheeks and stuff.
Now
It's actually kind of disgusting.
No, he may be more of a, KFC type of guy, but I know he likes that. Yeah. So that brings us to an end of another Turkey Awards.
Thank
The
you
4th
for being
annual.
with us.
Thank you for letting us come down here, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we got to catch a red eye back to Vegas.
We gotta go to a real bar and have a real drink, not this Andre shit.
Jesus Christ. God damn. All right. All right, so Mr. Trump looks like he's coming over here, to say goodbye to us.
Oh,
Are you
great.
with CNN?
Well, we what?
Are you with CNN?
No,
no.
we're not, sir.
Not yet.
Sir.
Get out of here.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Or, excuse me, to piss you off, happy holidays.
Okay.
Pile of garbage.
All right. Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. That's probably,
All right.
that's probably the nicest thing that
All
you'll
right.
ever say to us.
We should be leaving now. So bye, y'all.